A venomous snake approached the boy, and the man threw a boot to signal Jack to kill it. But Jack didn't act. At the moment of danger, David chokes the snake, but David continues to throw the snake on the ground, signaling Jack to do it himself. Tom and Ellie arrive and Tom kills the snake. Ellie changes her mind about David for the sake of her son Jack. The mayor of the village organizes a meeting, because David's various actions may threaten the safety of the whole village. They gave David some tools, shoes, clothes and a knife, hoping that he would leave the village. On that day, David took the goodwill of the people and put on the clothes and scarf they gave him and left the village. David, who had been cold-blooded for 40 years, was actually crying while hiding alone in Earth's junkyard. He couldn't understand why his tears fell like that when he wasn't even afraid to die. The Colonel's ship was on its way to the garbage planet. Tom and Ellie were sleeping when suddenly a poisonous snake came to their bed. They could have died, but Jack grabbed a boot and killed the snake. Tom and Ellie realized that David didn't put Jack in danger, but taught him to protect himself. Tom suddenly feels that he has wrongly blamed David, and he has to go to the dump to get him back. Despite any danger, Tom follows the chains to the outskirts of the village and finds David alone. He apologized to David and said he knew he was wrong. But just then, a combat ship lands at the dump. David takes Tom and leaves quickly. The Colonel's new soldiers began landing on the planet, fully armed and ordered to kill on sight. Considering even refugees as enemies, the recruits see two running refugees and immediately fire a cannon. Tom is seriously injured and David tries to save him, but it's too late. Before he dies, Tom sees an armored car coming into the village and hopes that David can protect his wife and son. The captain receives a report from one of his men that there are refugees living on the trash planet. The colonel thinks it's a good idea to give his new recruits a workout. No matter how much the captain tried to persuade them, the recruits did not send all of their men into action, but rather a team of 3, who felt that 3 men would be enough to deal with some of the refugees. The villagers held a meeting to discuss a plan, but the chief intended to negotiate. The chief stepped to the heights, and before he had time to speak,